Good evening, everyone. It's quite a very happy night here at the Agudas Yisrael Bezev as we welcome back Ruvain. Really amazing Ruvain. He was here for Shalashudis. Okay, he was sleeping on the job a little bit by Shalashudis, now he had an angiogram, a stent, and he's back here for a daf and maybe a chok. It's amazing. And Michal Avram had a cataract surgery, and he's back for a daf and a chok. I thought you were going to come as a pirate. Okay. He was wearing a patch. Baruch Hashem. So we continue to learn for a complete refuah for Ruvain Yitzchak ben Devora and Michal Avram ben Iris. You should have refuah shalema b'seich shechel Yisrael. My shver is going to have a test tomorrow. It's tomorrow, yeah. Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka. It should be a good result. Everything should be good. And at the same note, we want to welcome Yossi back. It's good to have you back. See, we notice you're missing. It's good to have you back. I don't know if you noticed by Shachris, there was a rather tall man here by Shachris. My mechutin is here from London, and he's here because his son got engaged. So my wife's mechutenis, the Morels, is wheelchair bound. So that's why you see that there's that bench in the back over there, because we made the guest room wheelchair friendly, so that they should be able to come to the simcha. So they flew hundreds of miles, for thousands of miles for a vart. They're staying in our house, but I'm going to miss the vart because I'm here saying shir. I'll wish them a mazel tov when they're in the house. Okay. I'm recording now because we're going to have a chok tonight. We get a mazel tov. The loim day dafiyam, we get a mazel tov. We finished Hazov and Ezo Neshech last night. We start a new parak tonight, Haseicher es Hapayalim, and everybody is invited to join us. So that's why I'm recording now, because there'll be a chok Yetz Hashem. The chok tonight will learn the parak in Bava Basra of Lo Yachbar, and we will learn the very, very esoteric part of Malachim, Perek Zayin of Malachim Aleph. So a lot of interesting stuff tonight in the Chak, plus a Zayir about how important it is to say Ketairis in the morning. So very, very important Chak. And it was Kedai to come home for it, I'm telling you that. So we dedicated L'ilui Nishmas Avram Yishai ben Shmaya Yosef L'fu Shalem Efel Yomis Mechai Sarah L'schus of Avram ben Biram Beinish ben Malki Hudis. We learn L'ilui Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbat Shlomo ben Avram Alevi Perel Bas Ruvain by Yo Klugman and family, also L'fu Shalem Efel Meir ben Chai Sarah. I will say that there is a feeling when we're mispalel for our family members, our shul family. I know that Reuven, you felt it, that we daven for you. It's a very big thing. We should all be mispalel, that we should all be gesund. So Mishna Gimel and Mishna Dalid. So Ad Shaloi Nimcha Kamegillah, if they didn't erase yet the name of Hashem, Amra Eini Shaisa. She says, I'm out of here. She doesn't admit to guilt. She just said, I'm out of here. I'm not drinking that thing. So Megillas and Ignazes, they take the scroll, they hide it. Now they can't bring her carbon, but it's okay. The meal offering is scattered on the place of ashes. They can't save it to give another saita to drink. They hide it. Once, however, the name of Hashem is erased, Nimchar Ka Megillah. Now remember, the name of Hashem is erased in order to save a marriage. Now she maybe is backing out because she's frightened. She says, I'm not drinking that stuff. It could kill me. has Hashem's name in it. And, she might just be frightened. Who knows? I went in there, and I don't think I did anything wrong. So we erased Hashem's name. Hashem says, let my name be erased once. It's like be mechal one Shabbos to have many Shabbos. Let my name be erased once, so that the shem ka, which is in the union of marriage, should be every day. So there, if she confesses, I'm guilty, so then we don't kill her. Hamayim nishpachim, then we spill out the water. But nimchaka Megillah, if the Megillah was erased, va'amra eini shaisa, and she doesn't say I'm guilty. She says I'm not drinking that stuff. Then we say she's just panicking. Ma'arin oisa, we take tongues and force open her mouth. Or mashkin oisa bal korcha, we give it to drink against her will. Now, if she is guilty, eina maspekes lishtais, she doesn't finish drinking. Achepanea morikais, her face turns yellow. Veinea boltais, her eyes start to bulge. V'mismalas giden, and her veins start to protrude from her skin. Ve'im, and they say, hoitziyua, take her out. We don't want a corpse in the Azara. Shaloi tetame Azara, that the Azara shouldn't become contaminated. Now, sometimes she could be guilty and not die right away. Im yesh lo zchus, if she has some type of merit, haisa toilala, that merit could postpone her death. Yesh zchus toilash l'shana achas, there's some merit that could give her a postponement of 1 year. Yesh zchus toilash teishanim, there's some merit that could postpone it for 2 years. Yesh zchus toilash shaloshanim, there's merit. And the Mefarshim say the merit is that she brings her children to yeshiva, that she stays up for her husband to come back from learning and promotes his learning. There's a zchus that could save her 3 years. Now here Ben Azai says a very interesting thing. Ben Azai says that's why it's important for a woman to know Torah. Because if she knows that she committed a crime, and she sees that she gets away with it, then she could become a non-believer. So therefore, says Ben Azai, this is an interesting reason why you have to teach your daughter Torah. She'im tishte, because if she drinks and she knows that she's guilty and she sees nothing happens, so Teida she'll know she has chus talallah. It's only because she has chusim, and not that chas v'shalom that there's no Rebbeinu Shalom. And I assume that Ben Azai is saying it not just for this reason. If it's just this reason, you could tell her just this din. You don't have to teach her the whole Torah. But this is included in this is dam alohoshiv lapikairis. A girl has to know Torah, because otherwise she could be a non-believer. Rabbi Eliezer says, Kol hamelamed bitay Torah, whoever teaches his daughter Torah, it's ki'ilu melamda tiflis. It's as if he teaches her immorality. Now the Rishonim explain this means that Torah makes the brain clever. Torah makes the brain smart. And teaching it to a woman who doesn't have a chiyuv will just cause her to make her brain crafty, and then that will lead her to be able to be sly and do immorality and hide what she's doing. Rabbi Yeshua says that you should know how much a woman wants sexual pleasures. Rabbi Yeshua writes to Isha bekav v'tiflis. A woman would rather have less physical possessions, only a kav, and tiflis and sexual pleasures, mitisha kav and oprecious. Then 9 kav and abstinence. Then 9 kav, then a lot of physical rewards, a lot of wealth, and abstinence. Hu haya omer, Rabbi Yeshua would say the following: Chosid Sotah, a idiotic pious person. An idiotic pious person is a person that's learning and sees a woman who's in a bathing suit drowning and says, I can't save her because she's not tznius. So that's a chassid shaita. Rosh Arim, a clever, wicked person. A clever, wicked person is a person, the Gemara gives as an example, is somebody who goes to the dayan and presents his case first. The Gemara says you can't do that because then a person gives a preference in his mind to the first possession that he hears. So that's a Rosh Arim. An Isha Prusha, a woman who makes herself like a saint. The Gemara says, what's an Isha Prusha? The Gemara gives an example of a woman that makes herself as a saint, that there was once a woman who did witchcraft and caused a woman in her labor not to give birth. Locked the child in, and the woman is in agony, and she had a reputation of being able to help these women. And they would run to her, and then she would say, okay, I'm going to pray, and then she would release the spell, and the woman would give birth, and everybody would be makar tova to this miracle worker, while she's the one that caused it in the first place with her witchcraft. Or makar is Prussian, and makar is Prussian is people that made believe that they were so pious and so vertracht in meditations that they would walk into walls and bang themselves, and really they're just putting on a show. They're not in their hislavis and their hisbaitidus. They're just putting on a show. All these fakers and phonies, hari elu mavale ha'olam. These are people that cause the destruction of the world. We have to know that one of the things that the world stands on is emes. And one of the things is emes. These people who are the antithesis of emes are considered mevale ha'olam. Today we have a phenomena of girls learning Gemara. It's a very delicate subject because there are people that don't know better, and they're very proud. They go to the siyumim of their granddaughters. They're very proud of it. L'maisa is, women don't have a mitzvah to learn Gemara. Now, is it better that they're learning Gemara than becoming Broadway actresses and directors for Broadway? Yeah, it's better. It's better. You know? But suffices to say, and somebody said, one of the rabbis of these girls' schools told the Rosh Yeshiva in Eretz Yisrael, you should see how my girls learn appetites. You should see. And the Rosh Yeshiva said, it's no surprise to me. The rabbi wasn't expecting that answer. What do you mean? He says, well, why not? They don't have a Yetzer Hara. Yetzer Hara is not trying to stop them from learning. They don't have a mitzvah. You don't have a mitzvah, so then you don't have a Yetzer Hara. That just give you a little perspective on the subject. We want to thank you all for joining us. I think we're going to be able to count Svira tonight.